Hello guys, I'm Ryan Wright.
And I'm Jerry.
Jerry and I are going to watch today something that I was like, comments are going to go in here for requests for Star Wars Episode 4 Honest Trailers.
Oh boy.
Let's do this. Now I know I said Episode 4, some people are going to be like, it's just called Star Wars. No, it's called Star Wars A New Hope. Let's not argue about this.
You know which movie, it's the same movie.
I like honest trailers.
From the once masterful director who just couldn't leave well enough alone comes the special effects blockbuster that transformed the entire film industry into an assembly line for special effects blockbusters and action figures. Star Wars.
Yep.
The first one. We are not calling it A New Hope. Right along with some of film's most iconic characters, surrounded by film's most iconic props and designs, and some of the most iconic locations ever, to the point where every single person, place, or thing on screen has at least a 1,000-word Wikipedia article about it. Did you know that these guys are called Jizz Whalers? Whalers. Meet heroes like Princess Leia, the most interesting of the two human females in the entire movie. Han Solo, a real Han Solo type. Obi-Wan, a wise Jedi Master who doesn't remember the droid that saved his life several times.
I seem to remember ever owning a droid.
The droids,
No!
conscious beings with feelings and free will, who were bought and sold as slaves.
You think they'll melt us down? Please don't deactivate me.
Hashtag Droid Lives Matter, guys. And Luke Skywalker, a whiny space brat.
Well, I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Kinda reminds me of someone.
It's all Obi-Wan's fault.
There's nothing I can do about it right now.
I hate them.
But they're gonna kill her!
It's not fair.
It just isn't fair.
Wait, so Hayden Christensen's acting choices were intentional? Whoa. Mind blown. They'll go on one of the most epic space journeys of all time. They would have been totally unnecessary if anyone had email.
I've placed information vital to the survival of the rebellion into the memory systems of this R2 unit.
To take on the evil empire with an army of clumsy idiots. Led by the most threatening villain of all time, Darth Vader, until you hear his original voice.
Start tearing this ship apart, piece by piece, until you find those tapes. Find the passengers of this vessel. I want them alive.
I never heard that.
Not so epic now, are you, bro? Return to a time when technology forced George Lucas to collaborate with other people as he teams up with masters in sound design, score, editing, and practical visual effects to deliver a near-perfect movie that he's made progressively worse with each special edition. Because if there's one thing the original Star Wars wasn't missing, it's poorly rendered, out-of-place CGI animals filling up every square inch of the frame. Dude, come on, get out of the way. I can't even see the movie. Relive all the parts your nostalgia goggles keep you from admitting were kinda dumb. Like this guy in a bargain bin werewolf mask, the lightsaber battle where two old geezers gently poke at each other, and the most over-the-top Freudian finale of all time.
Luke is the best pushed pilot in the Outer Rim territories.
Look at the size of that thing.
Should be able to penetrate the outer defense. Almost there.
It didn't go in.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Luke, at that speed, would you be able to pull out in time?
That's what she said.
So whether you're an old man who can move on from a 38-year-old movie for children, or a contrarian kid who thinks he's being edgy when he says the prequels were better, one thing is for sure. Han shot first. Starring Skywalker's in Flight, Pew! Beats by Bray, Starford, Genuine Class, Dog is my co-pilot, Weezer, Porkins, aw, that's just mean, and Oscar into Trash Can, Satan, Blue Milk, and Nazis in Space, Joseph Campbell's Star Wars.
Yeah.
As bad as we all want a real lightsaber, let's be realistic. We'd cut off our own hand in a week. The screen junkies you know and love just got bigger.
Whoa.
And we saved our biggest surprise for last.
Hey, Screen Junkies!
No way!
See us coming?
No way!
Every week, man, as we unbox toys and play with them right here, exclusively on Screen Junkies Plus.
Whoa. How do we score them? Screen Junkies Plus, starring over a dozen new shows featuring your favorite personalities.
No way!
Live movie and TV fights each and every week. Honest trailer commentaries featuring bonus jokes and behind-the-scenes info. Interactive programming starring you, the viewer. Exclusive invitations to special events and Screen Junkies meetups across the country. And our first original scripted series, Interns of Field. Oh, and did we mention that we got Jay and Silent Bob? Because we totally did. Screen Junkies Plus. Start your 3-month free trial now at screenjunkies.com.
Damn.
I'm down for that.
Or do not.
Well, good
there
for
is
them,
no
man.
try.
Well done.
I like doorknobs. You're a hairy wizard. You're a natural disaster. You shall not. Wait, what was the line?
Wait, we gotta see that Screen Junkie shit again.
Bet as we all want to have just got bigger. And we saved our biggest surprise for last.
Hey, Screen Junkies!
How did they
You
get
can see
them?
us coming? That's right, you can see us coming every week, man, as we unbox
Well,
toys and play with
I
them.
can see
Actually,
Ke-
exclusively on Screen Junkies Plus.
Whoa. How do we score them?
An unboxing video with
Screen
Kevin
Junkies
Smith, huh?
Plus, starring over a dozen new shows
Jeremy
featuring your
John
favorite
Stuckman?
personalities. Live
Black
movie
Nerd
and TV
Oh,
fights
wow.
each and every week. Honest trailer commentaries featuring bonus jokes and behind-the-scenes info. Interactive programming starring
they from
you,
Schmoes?
the viewer.
Alicia something?
Exclusive invitations to special events and Screen Junkies meetups across the country. And our first original scripted series, Interns of Field. Oh, and did we mention that we got Jay and Silent Bob? Because we totally did. Screen Junkies Plus.
I'm so happy for them that they're doing that.
Cool.
Place that started off on YouTube and now they're branching out into something even crazier and bigger. They have a lot of respected personalities on board. You know, a scripted series now. Like, that's pretty fucking neat. Like, it sounds like it's worth the paying whatever the monthly subscription is.
Yeah, I mean, that like this is the cutting edge of at least the gap between new media, internet stuff, and TV. This is the thing that no one seems to be able to figure out because it's so new, and it looks like they're getting to try the next step up.
And then the next step from there is television. You know, if they want to go into TV, I'm sure by now they could go into TV if they wanted to.
TV is shifting towards the internet with things like streaming and you know, binge watching and stuff like that, and it seems like the internet is sort of shifting. It seems like they're going to meet in the middle, and this is part of that.
That sounds so exciting. They got Jay and Silent Bob on board. I can see how they got Kevin Smith on board.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, he's perfect. Like,
he loves the internet.
If he wasn't
does
making
podcasts
his
and
movies,
shit,
he'd be making half of this content
Yeah,
instead.
exactly. And to get those two big stars to be able to do unboxing videos, you guys are in competition with me now. For the once a month unboxing videos I do.
We better unbox something.
I would show you what's in my Super Geek box, but I moved all the collectibles somewhere else and I replaced it with a lot of bottles of stuff.
Just tiny potions?
You could call them potions.
Yeah?
Well, they change your mood. And they get you a little hungry.
It's like Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, but a little bit more chill. There's stuff to grind it too to make it easier to, you know, whatever.
Oh, I see. It's a spice rack.
In the Star Wars video itself, other than Screen Junkies, the joke I really liked was Joseph Campbell's Star Wars.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He is, like, talks so openly about, like, how Heroes of a Thousand Faces, this one interview I saw, really loving the mythology and then wanting to recreate it in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But it is...
Exactly.
It is exactly that.
It is exactly that, and it set the template, as they pointed out, for
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of, you know, big blockbuster movies.
Oh yeah, dude. It's
like half of all action movies, or probably even more than that, are the hero's journey, just with different shit on
Exactly, exactly. And I don't know the history of the Star Wars. I feel like I've heard stuff about it, but of Darth Vader's voice, was that supposed to be the original voice, or did they always have the, oh my god, what's his name?
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, James Earl Jones is amazing.
Good thing I didn't ask you what's the big black guy's name. That would have been embarrassing.
I don't know. I didn't realize, but I guess it makes sense. Maybe I
That would
heard
have been
somewhere
horrible.
that they put in his voice later.
That would have been horrible.
What?
If they did that actual voice.
This one?
Yeah.
Well, it makes it look more like a sci-fi show you would have seen on the BBC.
Yeah.
It's reaching a little too high, so it's a little bit silly, but it's
so
alright. I just can't remember if they always, like if they had the actor who was in the suit just do the dialogue on set and they knew they would replace it later, or if they heard it and then went, oh shit, we got it.
Yeah, if that's the case, sorry for that guy, but it had to be done. Hayden Christensen and Mark Hamill's acting. Mark Hamill is like a little over the top, he's whiny.
Well, he's like green,
but
you know?
I like him though.
He's acting a little too much, but in a really honest way.
Yeah, there's a level of innocence and sincerity to him that's kind of like a 1950s black and white TV show. But Hayden Christensen, I could see that some way it was probably intentional where he's like, well, this is how Mark Hamill was. And he's the father of Mark Hamill, so I could see how he might have chosen that. However, Hayden Christensen annoyed the fuck out of me.
He did, yeah. If you look, as I recall anyway, the Star Wars prequels, if you look all around, there are lots of good actors who give kind of stilted or kind of wooden performances or, you know, with that sort of naive tone of voice that you know, older actors had. But, like, I've seen Ewan McGregor be better in things, so I feel like the whole acting is sort of supposed to be in the style of Star Wars acting.
Yeah.
Because, like, the acting in Star Wars isn't terrific, but the nuances are right, so the performances are still good.
That's fair.
Because it's still, like, a little bit wooden, but it's great. I gotta go back and rewatch Star Wars, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch all 6 and do reviews for them on this channel.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I figure, you know, like, the new Star Wars is coming out, so it'd be a great time to reel in some views, you know, based off of the fact, like, it's marketing
Are you
decision.
just revealing your
It's a marketing
right
decision, you know? And then I, like, put the video out, and I'm like, hey, for you guys, I decided to do this, but really, it's just a really clever marketing decision.
Yeah. To finish Star Wars, like, I kind of came out of the prequels being like, I wonder if the acting is supposed to be that way, just because it's, like, not great, except this time it's just not great.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe they would act that way unless it was intentional, for a lot of them anyway.
Well, maybe the justification was that it's a prequel. In the originals, the acting was good. So beforehand, they had to make the acting bad, because that would transition into good acting after
Not
the
bad,
events
but they
of
would
the
have
Old
to
Republic.
tailor it to that delivery more. And hey, you know, I mean, maybe because I saw Hayden Christensen in something after that, and he was really good in it. So I was like, what gives?
Listen, guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe today by clicking this button and become a reject. Naming YouTube fans. That's
YouTube fans.
Oh, you're having a laugh. Oh, you're having a laugh. That's what I feel like when I say reject. Reasons to Jerry, playlist of movie reviews, and Dank Ass Stubs podcast movie inspired on this channel. And let's hurry up and get to the shout out.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alan Williams. He puts on the Real Reject shout out page. Click like if you agree that SS Sniper Wolf should be a guest in LA. A few real reaction videos. I'm looking at her. I think that she has the wit. I think that she has the intelligence and the business qualities of a woman that would be perfect to come on this channel.
That's a horrible thing to be sarcastic with.
What? You think I could get this woman to be on my channel? She has almost 2 million followers. Who the fuck am I? Let's see what her videos are about. She actually does content. I watch other people's content. A lot of Let's Plays. Oh god, she is so hot. How have I never seen her channel before?
Well,
there's so many hot women on YouTube. Did you know that? Hey, I'm talking to you. Did you know there's so many hot women on YouTube? Like, so many, like, funny women, and then you're like, holy shit, there's, like, a lot of hot-ass women on YouTube. And you know who the hottest one is?
I believe that experience exists.
Hey, do you know who the hottest one is?
No.
Veronica Sixten.
Ah, well done. You brought it back around.
Brought it back around. A reach around for me tonight.